What's going on, guys? It's Jordan back today with today's first video. And in today's first video, we're going to take a look at Ethereum and why I'm pretty confident that we should see a bottom, if not right now, in the very immediate future. All right, guys? So if that sounds good to you guys and you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys smack that subscribe button right down below. I'm going to know if you guys press that subscribe button. I'm going to know. Just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding, putting that out there. But let's not waste any more time and jump right into the 4-hour chart. As you guys can see, what we've been doing lately, you can see this blue line here is our 24-hour EMA. So this is very similar to Bitcoin and what we talked about in yesterday's Bitcoin video. All right, since we broke that down to the downside, we've came up down to it, not quite right here, but we keep getting rejected near this 24-hour EMA. Okay, so what we're getting a bounce right now, and it's likely that this continues down, something like this, right? And maybe we come back up, get rejected from it again, and continue back down. But we have a couple different trend lines I wanted to take a look at that I can see a lot of, a support coming in right at this current level, and why I'm pretty sure that we're gonna at least see a, maybe it's just a dead cat bounce, but at least some type of bounce of where we're at right now. Okay, so let's start with our previous channel / wedge. Okay, so you can see all the way back here, right? We gotten one touch here, 2 touches, 3 touches, and now if you extend this all the way over, look exactly where we got a bounce right here on that trend line. Once and now twice on that trend line. So this is a very big trend line, as you guys can see. Also, looking left here, you can see you got 1 touch here, 2 touches here, 3 touches here, and now 4 touches there as well. So you can see all the support is lining up. Also, guys, looking left, you got your previous local highs right at that green line, which is also where we got a double bottom. Okay, so this is why I'm extremely, I believe that this could be the bottom and we can continue up here, right? It doesn't have to happen that way, but we're gonna have to see a move soon. All these supports, especially this purple one, is moving up, the green one's moving sideways, but this 4-hour EMA is gonna start coming down now. So we're gonna have to get squeezed either back to the upside or to the downside on this this previous wedge here. And it looks like we just broke out and we broke back into it. You can also see we got resistance at the top of this wedge, guys. So are we just back in this long-term wedge where we bounce around in it? If we do break this, we're probably going back up to retesting the wedge, probably up towards, that 1750 price level if we break this 4-hour EMA. So make sure you guys have this marked in your charts. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any of my updates. If we break this 4-hour EMA, we're going to the upside and retesting the top of the wedge. Downside targets, if we break down out of this wedge, well, we have this orange support line here, which as of right now would bring us down to about 1400, but this is going to keep going down. And we can see if we hold that. If we do not, I'm definitely seeing about 1250 being some type of support in the short term, guys. Just a lot of confluence at this 1250 level right about here. You can see all the local highs and supports at that area. So look for that to be some type of support if we continue down. All right, guys. But that's the 4-hour time frame. Now let's switch over to this 4-hour chart, and you can see right here we double bottomed right on top of our previous resistance. So that's usually a bullish signal and a signal that you're going to move higher. Now let's look at the last times we did this. So we have our 4-hour EMA band, which this one consists of the 24-hour EMA, the 100, and the 200. Okay, so those are what those 3 lines are. All right, so let's scroll down and see each time we actually break below. We haven't done it in a while, but each time we break below this these bands. Okay, so right here, the first one, what did we do? Right, we broke below all our bands and we created a double bottom, and that was basically the bottom and the eventual reversal point back up to the upside. Okay, now let's continue. Right here, guys, you can see after this dump, we created a double bottom once again, 1 and 2, and that was eventually, right, that was our bottom of that, and eventually that was our bet move to the upside. All right, now let's continue down. Right here, guys, you can see our dump, right? We got 1 wick, 2 wicks, and then we continue back up to the upside eventually. Okay, and we got a couple more down here. We got 1 here, 1, our dump, 1, 2, this is only after we break our band, and that was going to move to the upside, and then one more here where we broke below our band, 1, 2 to the upside. So you can see this has happened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in this bull market so far. So if history repeats itself, this should at least be a local bottom where maybe we come back up here, get rejected again, then move back down to come maybe retest this and make a bigger double bottom support at some point. Doesn't necessarily have to happen. We could just get rejected by this EMA again and continue back lower, but we'll have to wait and see what happens on the 4 hour, guys. But I do like the setup here, and it's happened many times in this run up. Obviously not lately. We stayed above the band, but yeah. So that's really what I'm talking about on the 4 hour. On the weekly, we know. So basically, what we usually look at is our 20-week moving average. That's what we don't want to break when we're in a bull market. You can see that that's the orange line. We haven't broken that in this bull market. I also put our 10-week moving average right here because we have gotten a ton of support on that 10-week moving average. You can see, guys, right here, right? We got support on it, right? We got support on it here, all through here, all throughout this area, you can see. And, you know, then we really haven't retested it since just recently. We're right at that 10-week moving average. So technically, we could break this and continue down to our 20-week moving average, which is about 1,100 right now. So technically, we can go down to 1,100 and stay in a bull trend, in my opinion. That's also very, very possible. To do that, it would be extremely healthy for this bull market, trying to make that RSI cool off a little bit, right? We are out of that overbought area down here on the RSI, but you know, if we get another week of a cool off, right, we could be basically resetting that weekly RSI for another big plunge to the upside, guys. You can see back here in 2017, right, we topped out on our RSI. We ended up cooling it down until we got all the way down here, and then we went again, right, and then we cooled it down, right, and then we went again. So are we just cooling that RSI down a little bit till we get somewhere in this normal territory and then continuing up? Well, I think that's exactly what we're doing. We saw it in 2017, so I believe that's what we're going to be doing again on the weekly chart for Ethereum, guys. But that's really our weekly support level here. If you want to continue the upside, we know our next Fibonacci target on the weekly, right? If we just want to look at that real quick to see if we did get a bounce, where we go for Ethereum. You can see that is it's about 2,300. So about 2,300 is our 1.618. 2,300 is about, yeah, our 1.618 Fibonacci. That's where we should eventually go to next, but we'll have to wait and see for that. Now on the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio, guys, this is pretty big, right? I mean, we're right at that bottom support line, and we know, guys, if history does repeat itself, right, all the swing lows on this support line ended in a relative bounce big to the upside, okay? So will Ethereum start gaining on Bitcoin? I mean, history says yes, you can actually break it down to the downside here, but I'm going to go with, you know, 3 times out of 4, we have bounced off this and gone to the upside. One time we got a little fake out down here. So even if we do get a fake out down here, I think that just sets up Ethereum for even bigger run backed up to the top of the wedge eventually, right, guys? So that's what I'm looking at for Ethereum Bitcoin ratio. You know, if we can get a bounce here, we could probably get some resistance at this first red line, which is about 3.3. So we'll keep watching on this, but super exciting times for Ethereum coming up. Obviously, it's been pretty quiet, really, ever since about January 21st. It's been relatively quiet in crypto terms. Still been really, really good moves to the upside, but you guys get the point there. But that's the video on Ethereum, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. You guys did take some valuable information. If you guys are new, right, and if you guys are new, make sure you press the subscribe button down below. Appreciate all you guys that take the time out of your day to do that for me, as always. And also, guys, there's a link down to my Patreon right down below. I'm going to be uploading 2 videos only for my Patreons down there in that link below. So make sure you guys go check out the Patreon there so you guys can get a limited access to all that content. It's going to be way more in-depth content, just incredible content that's going to be going in there. So make sure you guys go check that out, and I'll see you guys in the second video coming up shortly. All right? Peace.